Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit that notification bell, get all the updates. Super excited for today's beer. It sounds delicious. And also, it's like the most appropriate beer ever to release on the last day of 2020. It's courtesy of Pariah, so thank you so much for sending it. Really appreciate it. And it's called Well, That Was Fun, Said Nobody. And it's got a 2020 calendar burning, which is, it's just perfect. It's the most perfect label or a can art. It's the most perfect name. I have to use the word perfect. And it just also happens to sound delicious. It's a hazy double IPA. To say this has been one for the books would be putting it lightly. This beer features a very exciting combination of Rowaka, Strata, and a touch of Simcoe for good measure. We get layered notes of passion fruit, grapefruit, tropical fruit with dank undertones, and one of our most saturated flavor profiles to date. We greatly look forward to starting anew in 2021, as we all do, and hope you will enjoy this beer as the ball drops as much as we will. I have a second can, maybe I will. Hops, Rowaka, Strata, and Simcoe, as I said, and malts, pale, old, and sheet, CHIT, 8.2% ABV, and I have the wrong kind of glassware, but it's my no hype glass, so I have to use it. And drink within 90 days. This isn't even 2 weeks old at time of review, so this is super fresh. Oh man, that is a full can. Love it. And yeah, I'm excited. I think that's probably coming across, right? I want to say it's hazy lemonade, but it's like beyond that. It's like turbid lemonade. It's so yellow. You know what it reminds me of? Is something akin to like a lemon sorbet or something. That is just a beautiful color, and I haven't seen a beer that looks like this. I'm gonna say in a long time, but like that is beyond the haze. Almost exactly a finger of a barely off white head, small, actually teeny tiny bubbles, then some small bubbles. Some lacing sticking to the side. I see a little bit of legs. Given the ABV, I'm not surprised. But I mean, yeah, that looks thick with 2 C's. Let's get into the aroma. That smells good. All right, so you're getting some citrus, and maybe just because I mentioned lemon sorbets, maybe you think lemon, but definitely they're saying grapefruit. I can see the grapefruit. You know what's interesting? I wouldn't have said passion fruit, but I totally get what they mean by that. I totally say, if I was doing this blind, I wouldn't have pulled that, but I definitely get that note. Then that Strata, and I guess it makes sense with a Simcoe too in there, you get that like dank, herbaceous, weedy kind of a thing. I don't want to say cat pee, but like, it's got that Simcoe thing. I love this aroma. And again, it's got this nice lemony thing. I don't know. This smells killer. Let's get into the glass. Cheers. Thanks again, Pariah. That's nice. That's really nice. It's got 3 things going for it. Great mouthfeel, awesome level of bitterness, and I love the flavor. I love the flavor in this. So, and actually it's kind of funny because I just yesterday did a review, which I'm going to say some of the same things I said in that review. It's very lemony. I get some of that grapefruit, so again, I get what they're saying about that. It's almost like if lemon water became a beer. But that one was a pale ale. This one has more oomph to it. So like it's totally that thing. But like if you turn that lemon water into a double IPA, just like the aroma, you get a little bit of this. It's a mix of herbaceous and that like weedy thing. And it pairs so well with the bitterness. There is some sweetness to the beer. Don't get me wrong. Like I was saying about the aroma, I wouldn't have said passion fruit, but I totally get what they mean by that. I think probably because typically when I have passion fruit, it's in a sour. So like my mind doesn't usually go there when I'm drinking IPAs, but a lot of people use that as a descriptor. And this is kind of helping me understand like what that is in an IPA, and I totally get it. So it's kind of a cool thing. Like you do a lot of these beer reviews, and especially like doing a lot of IPAs, double IPAs. My word bank it seems to be at capacity at times, so it's kind of nice that I can totally see how that is a good descriptor for what this has. And for the grapefruit part, I get some of the juice, but it's a little zesty, which is cool. And again, it's so refreshing. Like you keep, this is dangerous because of given the ABV and how much I want to just keep going back. There's a slight candied hop thing. I like what the malt is doing too, because like I said, there is some sweetness to it. It's not overly sweet. It's almost like it's familiar. Almost like a cornflakes or something. It's kind of cool like that. That's fighting through the huge amounts that the hops are bringing. There was a third thing, right? They said. Oh, tropical fruit. Oh, and okay, so you didn't mention dank, so I'm glad I kind of hit on that. Tropical fruit. I get that. The other things that they're saying, for me, in spades, tons of that. I get the tropical. I'm not gonna refute or argue that. But the other stuff they wrote in the can, I totally get that. And for me, it's a little more lemony than grapefruity, but I get that. This beer is killer. Tell you what, this is a nice last beer to post for 2020. It's so appropriate, like I said, the name, but it's kind of nice just to go out with a beer that's freaking delicious. So thanks again for sending. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. What are you drinking today? How about that? I'm posting it on New Year's Eve. So what are you drinking today? Have you had this beer before? Have you had anything from Pariah? Anything, everything? Comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews of both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.